Is the sky falling? Are pigs flying? Or is Voyager actually having some good positive news? I don't want to go that far and say it's just good news and completely positive just yet, but I do want to update you guys on the sale or possible sale that's coming forward with Coinify, an asset or basically something that Voyager owns. And then next, I do want to give you guys an update of the UCC meeting so you guys don't have to watch the entire thing. There's been a lot of news going on in the background that's not super important, but it is something that you should know going forward on how you're going to get your crypto back, what exactly Voyager is doing, and what I'm thinking going forward on when you're going to get your crypto back and how much of it, because right now is the most important part. All right, guys, as you know, go ahead and like the video. It really does help the channel. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. You have the Crypto Boys are killing it, and we've always got your back. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into the video. Jumping right into it here, people, I want to go over the court docket. You guys have seen this a million times. I was going to have Chase on here with me. I know you all love Chase. I get it. You like him more than me, which makes me a little sad, but it's true. And he actually got stuck in court today. Didn't think he was going to have it. It got continued from yesterday. So he's in court for the rest of the week. He is going to come on this weekend to shoot a video for next week, and I did go over it with him early this morning. He got up before his court date, before his court today, to talk to me at 4:30 in the morning to let you all know what's going down. So this is advised a little bit by him, although he's not here. I'm talking through him, okay? So court docket here, and a thing that I want to start going over is basically the declaration. Stephen Ehrlich, which, you know, obviously the CEO, like him, love him, hate him. I don't really like him all that much. I'm kind of mad at him. But anyways, we'll move on from that. Basically giving the details of the sale of Coinify. What's happening here is that Voyager is doing what they need to do. And a lot of people are going to give me crap for this, and I think this is a good time just to state this, is it looks like Voyager, even as compared to Celsius, where they kind of seem to be screwing around, they don't really know what's going on, Voyager seems to be trying to at least get our money back, or trying to at least reorganize, or trying to sell off whatever they have to sell off to pay back their unsecured creditors. I understand. I'm just as mad as you are. We've got, like I went over in my video on Sunday, which I can link below, we've got 30 grand in crypto, which is all the money we've got between us and all the money I've pretty much got left in the world. It's not the USD still on Voyager, and I'm not happy about it. But the bottom line is, it seems like they're trying to make it work, and this is one way to make it work, is that they're selling one of their assets, Coinify, which right now, if you guys look at it, is costing them about $500,000 per month, people. Per month, they're having to pay about $500,000, and so they've got to get rid of this. And they've got this Ascension, which is going, basically a lot of people from Coinify have moved there, and there's basically, they've been a team together, so this is going to work pretty well. But they're willing to pay $2 million for Coinify, which is that how you say it? Is it Coinify? Is it Coinify? I don't know. I'm gonna go with Coinify. Anyways, they're going to Voyager's going to sell it to not only stop paying the $500,000 a month that we could be doing, or they could be paying their attorneys with, or whatever, and they're going to get $2 million for it to either keep running the company, because again, this costs money to bring in a company to then have to run your company. You've got to pay your employees, and now you have to pay this new reorganization company, and you've got to pay lawyers. So it is very expensive. So this $2 million will help, and Stephen Ehrlich is basically going over it in this doc. I'll kind of blow it up here just a little bit for you guys, but you guys can see right here, buyer in exchange for $2 million. They can pay it over basically 3 installments, and then also, if let's say Ascension already has something to brand or resell Coinify right away before the closing date, then that means Voyager could get up to $15 million depending on the sale of that, because you can't just go around and sell it and blah blah blah. But basically, you can get that done and get the $500,000 off of the expense sheet for Voyager, which would be huge going forward. You can see the $15 million basically earn out clause right here, and there's plenty of clauses that you guys don't even need to go over. This is just what basically Chase told me. The closing date could be as soon as October 1st, and it looks like the judge did approve it in the last one, that the sale does look like it'll work out for both. Again, it looks like they're actually trying to get us our crypto back in some way, shape, or form, and somewhat reorganize the company. Again, it has worked out before, people. There's been massive companies who have went out of business, went into Chapter 11, screwed over a lot of people. People stayed with them. They figured it out. They let it happen, and they went and made themselves even better in huge, massive companies. That has happened too, yes. The buyer is the best position to offer maximum value purchase Coinify. So basically what they're saying is, we're not going to get another offer. This Ascension offer, this is the best we got. They're also saying not only is this the best we got, this is the best we're going to have. So we need to take this offer, get the $500,000, off of the freaking monthly costs, off of the freaking P&L, and then we need to bring in the $2 million to at least keep paying people to turn it into not an expense, and that is something they need to do. So I think all of us would obviously approve of this. It's still got to go through the courts, but it looks like the judge did say, okay, that's good, that's fair, and you can see Steven signed it down here. Okay, so I think that's fair. I think that's good to note. You can see here the order approving the share purchase. So you can see here basically exactly what I just said. Judge says, okay, here are my stipulations. Here's what has to happen. Orderly time. Basically, upon the closing date, the debtor shall and therefore be cause the seller to sell and assign Coinify to the buyer, all that good stuff. And the subject of the terms of the share purchase agreement related to agreements, and everything that's pretty much normal in the sale and purchase of a company or parts of a company, which would be Coinify, is that this is basically happening as it should. And the judge says, yes, why don't we sell it? Why don't we get rid of it? It looks like it's in the best interest for both parties. And it's not only in the best interest for both parties, but it's in the best interest for us unsecured creditors. And so this is how we're going to start getting our money back. So the Coinify really isn't a huge deal. It is a huge deal because it's getting $500,000 off the monthly balance sheet, off of the monthly expense sheet, which is going to help out a lot going down the road, and it's going to bring in $2 million, okay? And it's going to be over third installments paid, but the big thing is that it's saving more money to either pay us, pay the lawyers, or pay whomever back. Now we're going to jump over to YouTube. I didn't want to do a full video on this because I don't think we had to do a full video on this. Chase has already pretty much explained this, but there are a few important parts in this video that I think you should go watch if you haven't watched it yet. I'm just going to touch on them just on the top line. We like to dig deeper than just go into this video that you can already watch and understand yourself, but there are a couple points I want to go over, and Chase said that these are the points that you guys should know as well. So a couple things. This is the unsecured creditors committee for Voyager. So this is people like us who all have an unsecured interest into Voyager that are going to be making decisions for us. Okay, you can see them right here on YouTube. You can listen to this. I will again attach this down below, but they do give some very good information here, which I do suggest going in and seeing. There's also an attorney for us in here as well. But basically what they're trying to do, guys, and why you make up an unsecured creditors committee is so we don't have to push everything through the courts. Remember, if Chase will tell you this, Chase will tell you this 100%. I mean, everybody in my family is a lawyer, and especially him. He will let you know. You send a letter, you send an email, you send you use a phone call, you send anything to a lawyer, you're getting charged probably a minimum of 15 minutes, but probably more like an hour. So everything they have to do, it's all on their time. They have to read it, they have to ingest it, they have to realize how they're going to put it in their file. There's so many steps. It's not as easy as it looks being a lawyer and figuring out all this stuff, because an hour goes by very quickly and you're getting charged, and they're probably charging buku bucks. Like Chase said, he would be $300 an hour. So think about that. That's a lot of money to have some people open up some goddamn mail. Am I right? So what we're going to do here, sorry for my language, but here, what we're going to do here is that basically we're going to go through the UCC meeting, a bunch of unsecured creditors like ourselves, and they can make the decisions. They're not going to take any money. They're just doing this on their own cognizant to help us out and to help themselves out. A couple important things that I think that you guys need to know is that, number one, they went over several things in this, town hall meeting. They have one every 2 to 4 weeks or something like that as well. So you will get more of these as we go forward. But basically, they said the FTX offer was the lowest they received. They received tons of offers, and there's massive rumors that big time cryptos and big time companies are trying to buy this. Maybe some Ripple, I'm hearing, maybe some other things as well. Again, I heard that a while ago. It was kind of a whisper, and I don't want you to take that as anything. I know anything, behind the scenes. I don't. It's just that's what I'm hearing. Okay. It's funny because everybody was saying you wanted to take FTX's deal and not listen to anybody's, but we literally probably just got 20 offers that are all better than FTX as put in here. So that is something to realize as well. Also, the one thing that is getting me, and at least it's making me a little bit uneasy, is that they said in here, basically, they don't know what's going to happen to the tokens. They don't know what's going to happen with the shareholders because Voyager owns most of those. So we don't know exactly what's going to happen with those. So, if you have the tokens, if you have the VGX tokens, the shareholders, all that stuff, we're not sure yet, and they're not sure yet. that usually doesn't look too promising because most people are focused on getting back their crypto. The next thing that I thought was very important to bring up is that they have about 1.26 billion in assets. And as we know that by assets, they mean our money and our crypto. But they're saying that they have claims is up to 1.8 billion in claims. So about a 550 to 600 million dollar debt, about the Three Arrows Capital, right? But not everybody's filed a claim. And with the market still going down and things switching all the time, that really doesn't, that's completely random. Not completely random. I shouldn't say that. That's wrong. But it's a complete guess. I mean, it's a roundabout number that could be off by hundreds of millions. That's how far off it could be. So I wouldn't put too much stake into those numbers right now. It just gives you an idea of how many claims have been out there and how many people haven't even filed their claims yet, right? We're telling people to wait, see what the schedules say, and then go from there. Again, in the UCC meeting, they realized that, hey, the schedules are going to come out, which are basically going to tell you what Voyager owes you, what they have. We're going to know a lot more when that happens, and you should get that about August 28th, somewhere in that range. Next up, the bidding. So a couple of important dates here. The biddings, all the bids for Voyager have to be in by August 26th. So that is coming up very soon. And then they're going to make a decision or have the decisions made on September 16th. So these are some very important dates, and there's other important dates out there, but those are the two biggies you should be worried about. Finally, I want to start wrapping this up and getting you guys on your way with the town hall meeting and everything that happened. One thing that kind of irks my nerves a little bit is how they keep saying quickly. They keep saying quickly over and over. We want to get you they have two things: to get you as much back as possible is number one, and number two, to do it as fast as possible. Why can't we just drop the as fast as possible? Why don't we just go with number one? Just get us back as much as possible. If we have to keep it on the exchange or whatever, the brokerage, for longer, that's fine. I don't think any of us care. None of us at this point in time, we're going to sell anyways. But if you keep it for an extra year and I get all of my VeChain back or I get all of my USDC back, I would personally rather have that than get, half of it or 60% of it or 30% of it back quicker. I don't know if that's possible. I don't know how exactly all that works, but I would think through staking, through merging, through the sale of the company, just through the reorganization process and making more money and becoming a business again, a solvent business again, that maybe they can make this happen. I mean, the debt is huge, don't get me wrong, but it's not insurmountable for a company like this to make that debt back up and to become solvent again, especially when the bull market hits, right? We've already seen some gains in the market alone, which will turn some things around. But to just keep saying quick, just calm the freak down. Just calm down, man. We're all here with you. We'll wait. And I understand there's some people out there really hurting, but you're going to be really, really hurting if you had $45,000 in USDC and you only get back $7. That's going to be much worse than you having to wait an extra 6 months, 8 months to a year to get back all 45 grand, or maybe even get back more depending on what the market's doing. Just in my personal opinion, I would rather wait longer. Here's what I want to hear from you guys. What would you rather do? The crypto boys, we're here. We're waiting. We're chilling. We don't need it. We don't want it right now. We want it back whole. That's what we want. Put it down in the comments below. We really do want to hear from you guys. If you want your money now, is it more important for you to have your money now quickly, or is it more important for you to say, hey, I'll take it in a year, but I want it whole and I want the exact amount that I had in there. If I had 200,000 VeChain, that's what I want when I get back. And furthermore, on this Hopium train, they are saying in this UCC meeting that you could potentially get your crypto back in November. Holy crap, that's fast. Now that again, bankruptcy can take, that is like unheard of for bankruptcy. So that means both parties are working together and they're making it work. However, does that mean we're going to get less crypto because we're trying to go faster? Like I just said before, I'm not exactly sure, but that is something to realize. By November would be extremely fast, which would make us all happy if we're made whole again or somewhere near whole. Next up, some more positive news, in my opinion, just to kind of finish this, is that you got to remember, guys, Voyager still has amazing tech. They're secure. Their app is so super easy, user-friendly to use. Their IP is phenomenal. I mean, they have good things going for them. People are going to want this. So I don't know why. I just feel overall positive. I feel like they're trying. I feel like they are doing some good things out of all the bad things they've done, out of the shitty situations they've put all of us in, and a lot of us have been really, really struggling. I feel like they're trying, guys. I really, truly do. I truly believe that we're going to get something better than we originally thought. And I don't know, maybe we get 10 cents on the dollar and we're all freaking screwed and whatever else. But I'm holding out hope. I'm putting hopium in the air for this one. I think good things are going to happen. I think we've got the people in the right place to run this show. And yeah, that's the way I'm feeling. Again, you can be feeling completely different. Throw it down in the comments below. I'd love to chat back with you guys. You guys know we always have your back in Voyager. Chase has always got your back. He's going to come in this weekend. We'll shoot a video for the following week on what to expect when that August 26th date comes up. All right, guys, that's all I've got. Like, subscribe, and as always, we appreciate you rocking with D-Pins, crypto channel on YouTube, and I'm out.